Good morning. It is Thursday morning, so it's weigh-in day. And guess what I remembered? Finally remembered. I'm heading to the grocery store because I have to work all day tomorrow, and it's probably gonna be busy. Yesterday was so busy, and then I am working Saturday morning, just till noon. So, so anyway, weigh-in day. I'm down 3.1 pounds this week. I am so beyond happy about that because I felt like I was stalling forever. And, but I started this high protein diet. It's going well. I will say I'm not very hungry, like I thought I would be, because I'm just drinking my breakfast. So I've been getting the Fairlife Core Power. I just do vanilla, although I did get some chocolate just to see if I'd like the chocolate. And then I did buy one pack of these, and I think I have 2 left. It's the Oikos. There's 30 grams of protein in here. The Fairlife is 26. But I will tell you, this tastes, I don't want to say fake. It's the sugar in it. It's like, I forget what sugar they use, but I can find it here. It doesn't have as good of ingredients as the Fairlife does. I think it's stevia. It's one of those like fake sugars or whatever you call it. I don't know. I don't like it. I can taste it, so I don't like it. So it's not my favorite, but I'm choking them down. I only had 4. I had the mango pineapple. Now that tasted really good. The vanilla is okay, the vanilla taste, but it's got, like I said, that sugar, fake sugar taste. I don't like that. So I bought a 4-pack, so this is my second one. So I have 2 more after this. So I will drink them, but it's just not my favorite. But the Fairlife, I really like those. And then for lunch, all I've been having is cheese, like a cheese stick, which I gotta get some more of those. Cheese stick, although we got all that cheese at the Amish place, and Ray's been slicing that up for my lunches too. So just a few pieces of cheese, an Oikos yogurt, and blueberries, and then sometimes cottage cheese as well. And I've been putting the blueberries in the yogurt. Oh my gosh, that is so good. And I got the I'm a vanilla person. I just, I don't need anything fancy and all that. But I got the strawberry ones to try them, and so I put the blueberries in with that. And oh my gosh, was that ever good? I had that for lunch yesterday with a piece of cheese. Now, when I say piece of cheese, it was like not even, probably 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch, and then it was like a 1/2 inch thick. That was it. That was my big piece of cheese. And I didn't have any cottage cheese yesterday, so that was my lunch. And then Ray did put a low-fat mozzarella cheese stick in, but I didn't eat it. So I've been, and it's been pretty much keeping me okay till dinner. Dinner last night, we had barbecued ham sandwiches, which is just chip chop ham in the crock pot with some barbecue sauce on bread as a sandwich, and we had some French fries. So I had one sandwich. I have not been eating bread or potatoes, but last night I did, because it was one of those hurry up meals, because it's a busy week in the Catholic Church. You all know that. We talk about it every year, so we have no need to go into it, but it's a busy week. So we've just been busy, and so we're just having these meals that are like, quick meals that we can have. But I limited myself to 15 French fries and 1 sandwich, and I took the smallest pieces of bread that are towards the end, and that's all I ate last night, and I was fine. So I am hungry this morning though, but I'm drinking my shake, and maybe when I get home I'll scramble some eggs, because every once in a while I'll have a couple scrambled eggs in the morning too. Just trying to just stay with the protein and stay away from the bread and the potatoes, and pasta, which I'm not a huge pasta eater anyway, so that's okay. Now, tomorrow night though, again, trying to have a dinner like in the crock pot ready when we get home, is I'm working all day. Roman's working, leaving, doing the service at church at 3. Then he's coming back to work because it's a busy day tomorrow. Because as soon as the Good Friday services are done, they hit it hard with decorating churches for Easter. So, once he's done with the service, he's coming back to work, and he will probably be working into the evening. I don't think I will be, but I will be working all day tomorrow. So, so my husband's like, what are we going to do about dinner tomorrow night? I'm like, well, I have a solution. I have some cheese raviolis in the freezer. They're just Wegmans brand, and they're really good. So I said, get out a sauce, because I have frozen sauce. I said, well, get out a sauce tonight, let it thaw, and then tomorrow, before you go to the service, throw everything in the crock pot, and then it'll be ready when we come home. He's like, oh, that's good. So that's what we're going to do. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to be eating the greatest, but if I do good all day, my doctor said to me, if you have your protein in the morning and and the at lunchtime and stuff, and then eat a regular dinner. He said, eat a dinner, eat a potato, you can do that. But I'm trying my hardest not to do that. And I've done good until last night with what we had for dinner, but it was the only thing I could do that was like, quick. But I have stayed away, and there's been cookies at work this week. People are very generous to our flower shop. They bring in all kinds of stuff. So somebody brought in this big cookie tray. It also had some breads on it. I stayed away from all of that. I didn't touch any of it. So I was happy about that. But it's so hard to eat there. It really is. You have to stop to eat there, because otherwise, because your hands are in flowers, and so they're not clean. They're and they're like, they're not like dirty because you're in water a lot too. But they're just, you have to stop, wash your hands to eat, and it's like you don't have to. Some days you don't have time. Yesterday was one of those days we did not have time. So anyway, so I've been doing super good, I think, and so we just got to keep this momentum going. I will tell you though, my legs or my knees are so sore. They were so sore last night, and you know what? The top of my left foot was bugging me, but what really was hurting me was like below my shin on my right leg, like to the top of my foot to the bottom, like lower, but below my shin. My gosh, it was like throbbing. So I don't know. I feel like I must have pulled something, or I put the heating pad on it last night, and that did make it feel better, and it's fine today. But I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I will tell you, walking around that place, I got an alert on my phone one day, and it says it seems like you are walking very unsteady, and I was like, you do walk very unsteady there. We have mats we stand on, like a mat with holes in it, and then there's a cushion mat on top of that, and they're smaller. I cannot stand it. I cannot stand that cushion mat. That hurts my knees so bad. So I don't have one, and I told people, don't put it here. I don't want it. I do not like this mat. It bothers me. Well, my boss that stands next to me, he doesn't have one either because it bothers him. But the girl to the left of me, she's got 3 of them, and everyone that stands there to do stuff, they're like, oh my gosh, how does she stand on these? I'm like, I don't know. But where was I going with that? Oh, so we have all these mats everywhere. So her 3 mats always, like, go down and like they're in the, and I have to walk behind her to get to stuff. Hello. People pulling out around a bus because they are impatient. So I walk behind her to go to the sink and to go get vases and go get stuff. So her mats are always like spread out. So you got to kind of like walk really, pick your feet up and walk, and you don't want to trip on everybody's mats because you're walking over their mats and stuff. They're even their mat with the hole in that. And then at Richard's table where he checked flowers, and there's a mat. And if you're not paying attention, you know how many times I've tripped on that mat? Oh my gosh, so many times. And I'm not the only one, everybody does. So you really have to, like, so I'm always picking my feet up and, being very careful walking, because, and then to boot, we put all of our, all our stems and stuff are all over the floor. So now you're walking on them. And I don't do this, but people, when you undo your flowers out of the plastic, they just put it on the floor. I don't do that because that gets very slippery. And I saw a girl fall one time. She slipped on it, and I was like, nope, I'm not. I never put the plastic on the floor. And we have garbage cans right next to us. So I always put mine in the garbage can because I'm like, I don't want anybody to fall. So I'm always walking over plastic too. So, I'm always like picking my feet up and walking. And I don't know if that's why, if like, because I'm walking funny, that's why I was having that pain in my, like, below my shin. I don't know. It was just strange, but yeah, I got that alert one day. It seems like you were walking very unsteady. No, I'm just walking so I don't fall. So anyway, it's just been very busy this week, and not like a Valentine busy or Mother's Day busy or Thanksgiving or Christmas busy, just busier. And then, plus on top of that, all the funeral work we have. So, we have a lot of that stuff going on, and so it just makes for very busy days. But let me tell you, my days fly there. They absolutely fly by so fast there. So that's always good, But I felt like I did about 40 to 50 arrangements yesterday. I was just going from one to the next to the next. Even the girl next to me, who is not very nice a lot, she was like, oh my gosh, you are just on a roll today. And I was like, well, we got a lot to do. And so I got all my stuff that I had yesterday done. I got Thursday's stuff done. And I left only 4 things left for Friday. And let me tell you, that bin was full. So I was very proud of myself. I got a lot done, and I was just very happy with myself. So I am here at Wegmans. I do have a list of things to get here. There's nobody here. It's really nice. So take my list. I have my banking. I'm just going to slide that underneath my bag here. Okay. So I don't have much on my list. It's kind of dumb things. I need onions, blueberries, apples. So one thing I will tell you, so somebody said try Wegmans protein shakes. Their brand is very good. I don't know. I feel like I like the Fairlife. I think I might just stick with the Fairlife. So, but I don't know. I was going to look at them here and see what they look like and what kind of ingredients. My husband wants a couple cans of pork and beans. He likes having that as a vegetable every once in a while. But here's my problem, people. Now that I'm eating so much protein, okay, I don't have a gallbladder, so if you know, you know. You never have trouble going to the bathroom, because when you have no gallbladder, you don't have trouble going to the bathroom. Well, now that I'm like drinking and eating protein, guess what? I'm having trouble going to the bathroom. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I talk about going from one extreme to another. So I looked up like what are healthy fiber options. So I found a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm gonna get a couple things like apples and basically like some fruits, but vegetables. Now I've been eating blueberries every day, but strawberries are good fiber. Apples, broccoli, cauliflower. So carrots, stuff like that. So I'm gonna just pick up some of that stuff to try and supplement in so that I don't have any troubles. Because I feel like I could be down more, but I'm, you know, having trouble doing that. So, but it does seem to be kind of like now I'm over a little over a week into this, and it does seem like it's starting to like what's the word I'm looking for? Even out. So anyway, I'm gonna go in, get this stuff, and I'll be back. Okay, shopping is all done. Going to hit the bank next and home. And I have some chocolates to make today for Roman's Easter basket. I'm just making a couple things. I always make them across because I just feel we always had a cross growing up, and I want him to have a cross in his Easter basket. So I'll be making a cross, and then I don't know what else I'll make, just a couple little pieces. And then try to get back out of here. I always pull tight towards the shopping cart thing because people always like park so close to you here. So I'm gonna do a little bit of chocolate today. We did our eggs last week, so those are all done. We just did coconut peanut butter and buttercream, and they came out really good. All I had was a buttercream just to try it, and it's really good. It's nice and buttery flavor, not real over sweet or anything, so it came out really good. What else? We're boiling our eggs today to color them. Now we do the Pasanki eggs, so I will show you those in another video. I showed you before how my husband does them, and my son does them. I am not artistic when it comes to like drawing and stuff, but my boys are, so they do the eggs. I like to do where you used to dip it in the dye. It was a little bottle of dye, and you took a Q-tip and dipped it and drew on the eggs. That's my style. They don't make those kits anymore, though. That company went out of business, I think, like 2 years ago, so we don't have those anymore. So we'll get our eggs going today. I'm gonna make my butter lambs for me and my friend Liz. I always make her one, so I'm gonna do that. I have laundry to fold. I probably have more laundry to do. So it's just gonna be kind of a busy day when I get home and get going on things. So I just had to get this little bit of running done because Lord only knows how long I'll be gone tomorrow. Then I'm working half a day Saturday. Then we have food blessing at 2 o'clock at our church. And then come home and I'll probably make dinner, which I think Saturday night we're just having pizza. I always make a homemade pizza crust, but I make it thin. I am not just like peanut butter. I don't like thick peanut butter. I don't like a thick pizza crust. So I will just make my own pizza crust, and we'll just have a quick little pizza before we go to the Vigil Mass on Saturday. We like to go to the Vigil Mass. It's weird because for Christmas and Easter we like to go to the Vigil Mass, but all during the year we like to go to Sunday Mass. So, because my husband's always like, Saturday is not church day, Sunday's church day. And that's what we grew up to. We grew up not going to Mass on Saturday. It was always Sunday. So we will, but except for Christmas and Easter. I don't know. It's just weird. But it's always a beautiful Mass. So I love the Easter Vigil Mass. It's one of my favorite Masses of the year. So I like that. Tonight's Mass, Holy Thursday Mass, is very nice too. I do enjoy that. I actually enjoy a lot of the special Masses we have at church, or the holiday Masses or whatever, because it's always it's just always extra special, and there's different things get done that don't get done at every week Mass. So I kind of like those. But so we have a lot of church in the next few days. Not that we didn't already, because we spent all of Tuesday there setting up the altar of repose. We do not do it in an outside building because we still have a tabernacle on a side altar at church from years and years ago when it used to be over there. So we do that. And there's quite a few churches, because our church is old. We do not have a modern church. I am not a modern church girl. I do not like the modern churches. To me, it's like a theater. You sit like in a half circle around an altar. Like Roman's second school he went to, Our Lady Peace, they're like that. It's just doesn't give that church feeling to me. We grew up in old church buildings, and I still like the old church feel. So because our church is so old, we have that side altar from, when they used to use it years ago. And I remember my home parish, they still have theirs too. And I remember when the priest would go over and put the body of Christ in there, after communion and stuff. And now the tabernacles are behind the altar. We have a high altar, it's on that. So we still do ours in the church, which I love, because I love going to the churches and seeing the churches, so we still have quite a few churches around here that are old and still have like their side altar, so their altar of repose is in the church, and I do love that. So and some of them are in their chapels, because we have a little chapel too, but our chapel is not handicap accessible, so that's why we don't do it in there. But some of them do it in their little chapels, so we go visit their chapels. So we do the 7 altars of repose tonight. We started our church, and then Roman has it all mapped out of where we're going. So we will visit 7 altars of repose, and then we will go home. So we have no idea what we're doing for dinner tonight. Now, I will probably have something to eat. I'll probably have a salad before I go to church tonight. Our mass is at 6, and my mom is coming, so I'll sit with my mom at church, because Ray and Roman do a lot for this mass. So they're kind of like, Roman will be on the altar, but he's the master of ceremonies, so he has a lot to do, and then Ray has stuff to do that he has to get up and do. So he will probably sit more towards the front of the church. I like to sit in the back of church. I am more of a behind the scenes person. I do not like to be out in front. I'm a Eucharistic minister, and I get so nervous all the time when I have to do it, because they have to go up and stand on the altar, and I just think like, oh my gosh, everybody's looking at me. And they're probably not, but I get so nervous all the time when I have to do it. And I've done it for, let's see, 15 years. Since Roman was 3 years old, I was asked to become a Eucharistic minister. We still call them that here. I hear people say extraordinary minister or something. We don't call them that here. We are ministers. We have readers. We still call them readers. So I don't know. We're very old-fashioned here, and I like the old-fashioned style of stuff. So, but anyway, I do not have to I'm not a minister at all this weekend, so I'm so glad about that, because like I said, I get so nervous, and I'll be like walking up there, and I'm just not. I like to do it on the Sundays where it's nice and quiet. I don't like doing it on the holidays when our church is full of people, and so I don't have to minister this weekend, so that's kind of nice for me. But Roman will be master of ceremony today, and then we don't have mass tomorrow. We just have a service, but he kind of like runs those things, like if you ever seen master of ceremony, they like, he will go and get the reader from the pew and bring them up, escort them up to read, and escort them back, and it's really nice. It's actually like a nice little touch and stuff. So he will be that for the next week, and then he he will go to Sunday Mass. Roman goes and serves that. We don't. Ray sometimes goes. I don't go because we have dinner going and stuff. So, we go to Vigil. So, but anyway, so it's gonna be quite a busy weekend, and then what else? Oh, so the musical. Oh my gosh, let me tell you how good that was. I can't even begin to tell you how good that was. I will put in some snippets here at the end. Roman did fantastic. He's got a very good singing voice. I wish he would have tried out for a different part where he could sing more. He sang a song in his one part as a bishop, and then he sang again as another. He was a different part, and so he did so good, and all the kids did. I mean, it was phenomenal. It was just absolutely phenomenal. I never have seen it before. I didn't even know what it was about. I did, look it up to see and stuff, and then I found I think it was on YouTube, this thing where these girls ran down. They're like, let us run down Les Mis for you real quickly. So they give a whole rundown. So it was kind of cute. It was exactly what they said. So, yeah. Oh my gosh, so good. And there was like no screw ups. Any of the performances. It went really well. So we really enjoyed it. And it was 2 hours and about 45 minutes long. And usually I am not one that likes to be like, I gotta sit through this. But you know what? It was so good. I couldn't wait to watch it again. And then by Sunday's performance, I was like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is the last time I'm gonna see this. So it was very good. And it was easy, actually. I didn't have any hard time following the storyline, even though I'd never seen it. I felt like I understood it, so I think they did a good job interpreting the story. And then Roman's friend, his part, I told him, I said, you stole the show. He was so good. I think they were innkeepers. I think that's what they were. And they're the ones that took in the daughter and was being paid to, babysit her. And, oh my gosh, him and the girl he was paired up with for that part, perfect, absolutely perfect. They were so good together, and I was like, oh my gosh, you guys stole the show. It was so good. I couldn't wait for their part to come up because it was so good. And then my favorite song is I Dreamed a Dream, and my favorite girl that sings, she sang it. So I was like, oh, so glad she got to sing it because her voice was just beautiful. I did video some of her singing it, so I'll try to get a clip in if I don't get in trouble. So I would have to say the only disappointing part about the whole thing was the one trumpet player was terrible in the orchestra, but everybody else played beautifully, so it was very nice. So that's done and over with. We are done with High School Musicals and plays, and proud to say Roman did all 12. They do 3 a year, 2 musicals and a play each year, and he did all 12. There's only a small, I think there's only 3 or 4 kids that did that all 4 years. So proud of him for sticking with that and doing it even this year when he was so busy running with the hockey team and working and keeping his grades up, still getting honor cards. So very proud of him this year. He's done very well, and all the years he was there he did very well. So, but we're starting, we've been sort of talking about well, this is it, this is the last of this is it, this is the last of this. I'm like, well, this is your last Holy Week in high school at prep, and so he's like, oh, and he doesn't realize stuff, and it's kind of funny because he said, well, this is my last show ever, and I said, yeah, as far as high school goes and stuff, you never know what the future's going to hold, but as far as high school, yeah. And I said, it's also your last, and I was telling him, and he's like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think of all that. I'm like, I know. So he it's the last of the last. Now I always find this to be odd. Our public school kids are off this week, but our Catholic school kids go to school this week. Till today. Roman has a full day of school today. And then they're off next week. So, and he's off his college classes today, tomorrow, and Monday and Tuesday. But then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, he has college classes. So the only problem with that, and it might end up being somewhat of a blow off for him because a lot of the kids go on vacations. Not us, we're not wealthy enough to do that. So a lot of the kids won't be in his college classes. Although there is, like freshmen and sophomores in college in his classes, but a lot of them are the high school kids, and so sometimes the classes are kind of a blow off because there's not a lot of kids in there. So he kind of likes that. But he does have to go to his college classes next week. But at least he gets a nice break. March is always a tough month in school because they don't have any days off of school. They had 2 early dismissal days, but no days off. And then April, of course, they have all of Easter, the week after Easter off. And then May is like a blow-off month. And I just, first of all, I don't know what happened to March. I'm still wondering where February went. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I really have to start kicking things in gear for his party. Because we're having it on June 12th. And that'll be here before we know it. So I'm at the bank and I'll be back. Okay, that was quicker for you, but quick for me too. So anyway, I gotta get going with Roman's graduation stuff. I've bought stuff. I have decorations. I have things bought, but I would like to finalize like our menu and stuff like that. And then I do have the invitations written out, but I need to stuff them, and I'm trying to figure out when I should mail them. I think I'm going to mail them the 1st of May and get them out. So there's that. And then like who to invite, and like I don't want to go overboard either, but I have family and friends invited, like the ones I should invite, but then like beyond that, I know he's gonna just tell his friends about his party. So I don't know, we'll see. Then we have a big dilemma too, because the 4014 Big Boy, it's a steam engine, is coming through town, and it's supposed to be like that week into that weekend. So I'm like, oh gosh, please don't let it come through the day of his graduation party, because he's gonna want to be there and stuff, and I don't know. So that's been the dilemma. We were gonna put it off a week, but the following week is my nephew's stag and drag, so I'm like, I don't know. But I need to start getting like pop, like watch for people to have pop on sale, because I will have pop there, and we'll have beer, and of course water, bottled water. Oh, those are some sort of lines are down. We had a really bad storm come through Tuesday night, and of course I wasn't home. I went to my in-laws because my soon-to-be niece wanted me to look at her. She's doing fake flowers for her wedding, so she wanted me to look at them and to see if they needed anything or whatever. And I mean, they're fine. They're fake flowers. I mean, there's nothing, like, that flower doesn't really come in that color, but it's a fake flower, so I mean, they look fine. They really do. They look fine. But I understand what she's worried about. They look fake. But they are fake. So that's what you are doing. That's what you wanted. So there's no way of changing the way it looks because they are fake flowers, And that's why I'm like, I don't know what you want to change other than make them real. Because those flowers don't come in that color, Like, there's not a blue rose out there by nature. So, anyway, but I mean, they look fine. It'll be fine because that's what she wanted, and I can't imagine how much she has spent on fake flowers though, because those are not cheap. And so I don't know. It's just strange, but so then I got stuck out there waiting for the storm to go by before I could go home, and then I drove home and half the city was out of power, so it was like really sketchy driving home, and you know, there's no traffic lights, and so it was kind of like not easy coming home that night, but we made it. So I am home. I'm gonna get to my stuff here. I'm going to go ahead and finish this video up. I'll put try to get some stuff from the play on the end of here. I don't know if there's anything else I've done that would be worth putting on this video. I don't think so. I'm gonna stay in my car for a minute because my neighbor, my phone is crooked here. My neighbor's out. He likes to talk to everybody, and then you can't get away from him. So, just gonna stay here for a minute till he goes in. He was already, the girl next to him was putting her garbage out this morning, and she got stuck with him for a while. Ray's been getting stuck with him a lot walking the dog. So, he's a very nice guy. You just can't get away. You can't, you know. And then my neighbor on the corner, she sent me like at 11 o'clock the other night, she sent me a message, the night of the storm. Do you hear vacuuming? I didn't respond because I'm like, I don't know if she's drunk or not. She likes to drink a lot, so I'm like, I didn't, and it was late, I was half asleep. I'm like, I'm not even responding to this. I don't know what she's talking about. Do I hear vacuuming at 11 o'clock at night? I'm like, I didn't hear anything, so, but, oh, and hey, how about my Guardians? So we went 2 for 2 in Seattle, and then we were going to play the Dodgers, and I was like, you know, they have like a 400 million payroll, so we have our little, I think we're at like 97 million a year compared to 400 million a year. So I'm like, oh, this is gonna be bad. We took 2 of 3 games from them. I was like, holy cow. And they're like, Shohei Ohtani didn't really do much of anything. Their other good, like, pitching prospect guy didn't do much of anything. He pitched last night, and we had 2 home runs hit off of him, 2 2-run home runs. So I was really happy that we took 2 from them. So tomorrow night, Good Friday, is their home opener. And it's at 4:10, and I'm like, really? I have to work till 5:30, if not maybe later. Tomorrow we'll see. But so I'm gonna take I have the app on my phone, so I can watch my game on my phone. So I'll take my earphones or earplugs or AirPods, whatever they're called, I don't even know, and I will put them in at 4:10, and I will watch my game. I'll have it on anyway while I'm working. So yeah, we have our home opener tomorrow, and then I think I get to see the game Saturday and Sunday. So it was really rough this past week trying to watch them because they were on the West Coast, which I was kind of glad about because the play went long. But I'd get home and try and watch it, and I would just fall asleep, you know. So then I would get up in the morning, and I can replay it on my app, so that's what I would do. So anyway, how about them? Doing well so far. I know it's just early, but whatever. Oh, my neighbor's here. Okay, didn't mean to cut you all off like that, but my neighbor came over from next door, and she had a plant for us, a real pretty purple calla lily. So anyway, that's it for today. So I will be back some point in time. I don't know. But enjoy the little clips from the play. Hopefully it works and I don't get in trouble for putting them. And I think that's about it. So happy Easter, everyone, and I'll see y'all next week.
Come and serve, for you are weary, and the night is cold out there. Though our lives are very humble, what we have to share.
You let me eat my fill, I had the lion's share. The silver in my hand cost twice what I had earned. In all those 19 years, that lifetime of despair. And yet he trusted me. The awful trust in me, he done his bit of good. I played the grateful serf and thanked him like I should. But when the house was still, I got up in the night, took the silver, took my flight.
Tell us whatever it's your story.
Let us see if he's impressed.
You were lodging here last night.
You were the honest bishop's guest, and then out of Christian goodness when he learned about your plight.
You maintain he made a present of the silver. That is right. But, my friend, you left so early. Surely something slipped your mind. You forgot I gave these also. Would you leave the best behind? So, messieurs, you may release him, for this man has spoken true. I commend you from your duty, and God's blessings go with you. But remember this, my brother. See this in some higher plan. You must use this precious silver to become an honest man. By the witness of the martyrs, by the passion and the blood, God has raised you out of darkness. I have bought your soul for
He took my childhood in his stride.